Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Guardians of the Galaxy Annual Issue number 1. This comic book is a lie. First off, somebody goes and points out, and they were completely right. That is totally a House of Mouse thing right there. If you ever go to Disney World, you'll notice that hidden, there's a whole bunch of little mouse symbols everywhere. I'm just saying, that's a mouse symbol. They owned by Disney. See, we were all distracted by seeing Donny Cates and a dog on the same page at the same time. You know, like Cosmo, he's gonna bite it, right? No. Well, he does bite, but he doesn't bite it. All right. Anyway, and then we didn't see the House of Mouse symbol there. I'm just saying, they think they're gonna pull a fast one on us. Oh, they did try to pull a fast one on us. How'd they do that? Look down there at the bottom. See anything that shouldn't exist? Mm-hmm. This comic book is a lie, but I love it. I love it. We're going to talk about who made the comic book, then we're going to talk about the lie that is this comic book. All right. First, there's 4 stories in here. The first and the last story in here is called Faith by Donny Cates, writing art John McCrea, colors Mike Spicer. A Long Time in Politics, written by Al Ewing, Yildiray Cinar on art, colors Rain Barretto. Advent Horizon, Teeny Howard writes, Ibrahim Mustafa on art, J. David Ramos on colors, You're Only Young Twice by Zach Thompson and Lonnie Nadler, writing, Felipe Andrade on art, and on colors, Mike Spicer. All right, VC's Corey Petit is the letterer, Giuseppe Camuncoli and Jean-Francois Bellew is the color artist. The variant cover artists are Corey Smith and Romulo Ferreira Jr., another by Jen Bartel, another by John Tyler Christopher, and yet another by Ron Lim and Israel Silva. All right, wow. So there's this unknown space entity who works for the Universal Church of Truth. And it might be the Magus, but he's cloaked, and he's in control of Cosmo, which is interesting because Cosmo is his own telepathic entity. And this guy's controlling him and trying to get a hold of some of the people who were tossed and lost in that black hole back in issue 1 of the original Guardians of the Galaxy by Donny Cates comic book. Yeah, following along? I hope so, because it's going to get more complicated. Nova is in this book, Richie Rider. And he's going through a bit of a crisis in faith. The more you know about the Skrulls, the better in this particular issue, because there was a peace treaty broken. And all I'm saying is, the way the peace treaty was broken, I really hope this is explored a whole lot further, because the Skrulls, they like to live by their own little, way of life. And Adsit, jerk that he is for stealing Samuel Alexander's helmet, go and see Jim Zub's Champions story for that. But Adsit is telling Richie, dude, you need to get off that freaking planet now. Like, they broke the peace treaty right after they shot a thing and I'm not going to tell you how it did it. All right. All I'm saying is, it's like, you know how people say touche in a sword fight? Touche means on guard. Touche means I'm about to try and kill you. So imagine if somebody stabbed you and then said touche. Yeah, that's what happened here. Okay, like you lived just long enough to hear the words touche. Like, well, that's not very fair. Anyway, all this is cool, and Richie has to go on a bit of a sabbatical because he needs some therapeutic time, because he needs some therapy. He's not doing so well. But here's the thing that really messes around. What? That's Wendell Vaughn Quasar. One of my all-time favorite comic book characters. Here's the Redundancy Office of Redundancy of all time. Love me some Wendell Vaughn Quasar. He is one of the absolute best characters. And, like, dude, there was a time when I actually fell off of comic books almost for a couple of months, about 4 months, maybe 4 months, and the only book I was buying at the time was Quasar because I loved that book. Dude, Quasar. But Wendell Vaughn isn't Quasar. He isn't Quasar. He never became Quasar again. Avril became Quasar. She died. We don't know how he suddenly became Quasar again. I'm not dissatisfied that he did become Quasar, but he said he doesn't want to become Quasar again. What's what now? So he's a protector of the universe again, and somehow he was thrown in the black hole. Sorry, I read the first Guardians of the Galaxy comic book by Donny Cates. This is just the first annual. I read the first actual floppy. Quasar Wendell Vaughn was nowhere around there. Phi-La-Vell was there, but she wasn't Quasar at the time because, I'm just saying. Look, dude, I know these comics like I know the back of my hand. And all I'm saying, oh, Jesus, what the hell is that? Oh, it's the back of my hand. Anyway, jokes aside, we need a lot more story told in this. We need a whole lot more story told in this, because how the hell did Wendell Vaughn become Quasar again? He's off telling some other fairy tale. I don't want to hear it. How'd you become Quasar again? So hopefully we wind up getting that again. Hopefully we wind up getting that at some point. Not just in... Actually, maybe we'll see it in the Silver Surfer Black story. I don't care. I just want to see the story, because Wendell Vaughn is Quasar again. And I hope this isn't just a dream. I hope this isn't just the psychosis of Richie Rider. Anyway, there's a whole lot more that happens in this. I did mention there were 4 stories, right? Yeah, a whole lot more happens. There's some Adam Warlock action in here. Ain't nobody complaining about that, right? And there's also some Darkhawk action in here. Darkhawk, the one character in comic book history that we all were like, we don't care. And then he disappeared. We're like, no, he was amazing. So yeah, he's here. He's got a solo story in this. Definitely check out this book. This was sick. This was awesome. And there was some debauchery with the mouse, and there's a lie. But it was a really, really solid book, dude. Anyway, nothing else for you. Nothing else for you except go and buy the book, because you're going to appreciate it. Professor Bell, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.